Well, we predicted at the end of last quarter that we were going to have a bit of a busy market coming into this quarter, and that's been proven correct. This quarter has been actually breathless in terms of the amount of transactions going on, the amount of private equity out there and the demand. And no small part that's kind of even shown by the acquisition of DTZ by TPG, Texas Pacific Group, one of the biggest private equity companies on the planet. They've bought us in a consortium with PAG, the Hong Kong-based asset manager, and Ontario Teachers. So I think these volumes are demonstrated in our quarterly report we're releasing today, which shows for the half year £2.73 billion of shopping centre transactions. That compares to this time last year where it was £2.23 billion. So that's a need 500 million more this year, which is as predicted. The figure for the quarter was 1.24 billion. Now a lot of that was the transaction of Bluewater, the sale in Kent, sold by Lendlease and bought by Land Securities. The lot size of that was approximately £700 million, which is a yield plus or minus of about 4%. So that has moved on the benchmark in terms of the super prime yields. Now I do think there's a bit of a premium for Bluewater, as proven by the bidders were all UK REITs or operators, people like Westfield Unibail and the UK REITs who are in the final round. The thing about Bluewater is it's a centre where international retailers come to London first. When they're moving outside, the first place they go to is Bluewater. So for the operators, you can see that adds to their business having that knowledge, and I think that has been demonstrated in the bid levels. Well, we touched on before the new entrance into the shopping centre market. There's a demand from new players. And two deals I think that emphasise that is the sale in Sunderland that Land Securities did. That was sold to AEW for a price of £152 million, which was a yield of 7%. That's AEW's first major shopping centre acquisition. Another one done was Golden Square in Warrington, which was sold by Lendlease and L&G, and that was bought by LaSalle Investment Management, a traditional player in the shopping centre market, but they were buying that for a new fund, the Alaskan Permanent Fund. They paid a price approximately £142 million, which was a yield of 6.75%. So you'll see in our quarterly report there is also the DTZ shopping centre house yields, and they have been trending in across the year, but not just in the super prime and the prime, across the piece, including tertiary, which started off the year at 11% plus. That was a difficult market without leverage. The leverage has returned, the demand has returned, and those yields have come the whole way into 9%, so that's a substantial jump. We also have moved the super prime yields in the back of the Bluewater deal. We've moved in from 4.75% to 4.5%. Now that's an equivalent yield, and as I said earlier on, I do believe Bluewater has a bit of a premium for the reasons we discussed. But that is something to watch if that deal can be followed up. So all of those yields at the moment, we do have one eye on in terms of probably trending downwards. So we've touched on a number of the deals in Q2 which drove the volumes, and I suppose you could question, is that a spike for the year in terms of the volumes done in Q2? I don't think so. I think into Q3 there's a number of deals which are either already in the market, coming to the market, or they're under offer. As an example of that, I'd use Cabot Circus in Bristol, where Land Securities have been selling their 50% stake. It's been under offer now for quite a while. That's £270 million, yield of about 6.3%. I expect that deal will probably happen in Q3. Another one reported in the press is the 50% sale in High Cross in Leicester. Again, big lot size, around £225 million. That's something which I think will happen in Q3. And also there's a big centre in Scotland, East Kilbride, which has been marketed and bids have been called. So again, I'd strongly believe that that deal will be done in Q3. So it'll be interesting to see with those and some others how the volumes look in Q3. I don't expect any let up in the market. I think it's going to be very busy throughout the summer. So we do hope we get an opportunity in the summer to come and see a number of our clients in the shopping centre market, because I think it is going to be a busy market. I think there's also a trend now with UK institutions coming back into the market, maybe on a smaller lot sizes. So that's going to be something very interesting to see how that goes forward over the rest of this year. So see you next quarter.